continues to fly the Typhoon. He is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Cy Taylor, and he's flying at the front of the left-hand wing in this shape. Cy started up as Tornado GR4 pilot, but then moved across to fly the Typhoon, first on the front line with number 3 Squadron, and then moving to the Operational Conversion Unit, teaching new Typhoon pilots on number 29 Squadron, from which you'll see the Typhoon display later on. And right now, another shape is formed ready for a brand new manoeuvre this year, which celebrates the Royal Air Force's fast jet workhorse. Since 1991, at the start of the first Gulf War, the Royal Air Force's Tornado Bomber Force has now been on operations continuously for 25 years. So celebrating the Tornado Bomber Force, in from the right, this is Tornado! Pilots you're watching right now are former Tornado Bomber pilots. One of them, very difficult shape to fly. This is Swan. Going through the vertical now, another shape change about to take place. Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move to the front of the formation. Reds 8 and 9 tuck in at the back. As they slow down again to about 150 miles an hour at 6,000 feet, you can see they have formed the shape of Feathered Arrow. Now they start accelerating down the other side of the loop. The G's building up, the speed's building up. It's Feathered Arrow, but that's a bit of a mouthful to say on the radio, so we call this formation Fred. Another big wave, Southport, upside down at 2,500 feet and 400 miles an hour. One of my favourite shapes there, Big Vixen. On the far right of Big Vixen. Each of the pilots there in the Revolution flying an aileron roll, a full left-hand tank. Maritime helicopter. That means it's capable of throwing weapons at people. So what can it do? Well, its primary role is anti-surface warfare, but it does have a number of other roles. It's anti-submarine warfare, it can do reconnaissance, search and rescue, armed indication, maritime and stores around the fleet to help supply ships. That's quite a lot. So I'm guessing that the training regime is quite lengthy. Yes, it is. I mean, the Aberdeen pilots come to fly the Wildcat will have just a specific course in the Wildcat itself will take over 12 months. But intense training regime is very important to enable them to fly for the obvious thing you make sure, well, maybe it's not obvious for everybody, is that the Army has got the aircraft. For the first time in a long time, the Army is going with wheels instead of skids. So why is the Navy always had wheels? Well, the Navy had its wheels and the ability to move around and if the wind and the heat on its tape into the altered direction of the ship. Those wheels, they're canted, the back two wheels are slightly canted down, those taken out. Okay, now looking at it as we see, we've got a little sensor on the front end. I'm guessing that's some sort of radar. It is radar, and that's the bit about this aircraft is very exciting because its sensor pit is much more improved than what it used to be. Five bits that come dashing across there is probably much worse than that. Is that like 10-metre wave? I think it's one. Now we can see that little winglet device on the tail there. Now that's presumably to give it some sort of stability? Yes, that helps with stability, and the whole idea of the design of this aircraft is it is a more stable platform both for firing weapons and actually to operate. And with the weapons sensors pit, it just makes it a whole lot better. I was just saying now the aircraft are just coming into a slow stop, and if you watch, and I'd like to ask boys and girls to And there's a little bow. And he's now moving into so it's two. So it's two people we've got in the aircraft at the moment. I just caught him talking to traffic control, saying this was going to be his last manoeuvre. And I have to say, this is a glorious day, Southport. What lucky people we are. Well done all of you for turning up today. You picked a glorious day, and you saw the red arrows as well. So terrific stuff indeed. But we're set for a fair day tomorrow. If you've got lots of chums who haven't been here, then tell them what a great day out this is, because we're having a lot of fun and enjoying every minute of it. So absolutely stacked small aircraft here to come. So we're seeing the Royal Navy in action here on, here he goes, here's the rocking the rotors there, yeah, whatever you got, mum, dad, do give them. Around 300 of these flew with the Dutch forces. This particular one flies in the colours of a 1942 aircraft, 325-511, and known as Serena, and was flown representing this to honour the Dutch crews who flew down under. Of those 300, many flew with the Royal Air Force Dutch 320 Squadron, but also between 42 and 50, many with 18 Squadron in Australia. Alarmed the Japanese, who had thought that it was impossible to attack mainland Japan. But it was an extraordinary story, because the raiders actually took off from the carrier USS Hornet and successfully bombed Tokyo and 4 other Japanese cities without loss. 15 of the bombers crashed en route to various recovery fields in eastern China. And that was a result of the task force itself being spotted by a Japanese vessel forming the bombers, forcing them to take off 170 miles early, and thus ran out of fuel and had difficult conditions to fly with. And now working training these pilots and observers in anti-surface warfare. Yep, we're talking about 80 years. The aircraft first flew in 1934 and was taken into the Royal Navy service in 1936 as the Swordfish Mark I. When you consider the people in Swordfish, the crew, in an open cockpit who were in the North Atlantic and ran off the North Cape, and the kind of weather situations that they were having to endure, not only for recovering and launching from aircraft carriers, but actually just survive. Very difficult, of course, for the enemy gunners to actually participate. Very often slower speed is as good as high speed. As with most naval aircraft, the wings fold up to minimise the room taken in the ship's hangar, and the undercarriage is designed to absorb what we call a firm arrival on a heaving and rolling deck of a ship at sea. Fitted with a hook to make a short landing, of course, having caught the all-essential wire. And another point to note, this is the only formation of aircraft you're going to see today going backwards at 50 miles an hour. And to do all this obviously takes a lot of practice. They formed up in February and started their display routine, speed still, bit by bit, and then putting it all together. Both the crews are all instructors at 825 Naval Air Squadron. So the Lieutenant Commander Dave Lilly
the lead aircraft. It's his fourth season as the Black Captain, probably his last as well, before he goes on to other jobs in the Navy. He's very experienced, qualified observer and stuff. And turning out again in formation and going into a formation wing over. I often talk about wing overs, and the reason we practice these wing overs is the quickest way to turn the aircraft around, especially to get away from danger and from the enemy. And so all the pilots and their crew are taught how to do these wing overs.
Thank you very much indeed. I think Commander Mike Wood there. We certainly did enjoy that, and if you're listening in to